Hey guys, welcome back to BRL. This is Imola. Here is qualifying on one of my laps. This is an out lap. Here I'm more focusing on tire temps since earlier in the weekend I was struggling heavily with tire temps, overheating and being just too cold on out laps, and overall just inconsistent tire wear on top of that, which obviously is not ideal for the race. Since I don't want to be making a 3-stop, I'm making a 2-stop, so we got to make sure. And as we come around the last corner here, we get a good run down the straight. We messed the DRS point a bit. We're gonna lose around half a tenth from that, I think, or a tenth around. So it's not ideal. But as we go through the first chicane, seems pretty solid. We're going quite quick. We're testing pace, seeing what people are bringing here to Imola, and we have a spin almost end up into the wall by 100 meter board, and we actually end up setting a purple first sector, so it's not too bad. People have set laps already as well, so with that mistake, still getting purple, and this other mistake that's costing me a championship in the past. And yeah, you go wide, get up on a gravel too much, you spin, end up in the wall on the left. It's sketchy, hard to control, and hard to counter. Just have to kind of manage it during the race, because even with tire temps getting higher and higher, you can have the same outcome of just spinning there for no reason, even without going wide. So you got to be cautious about it. And here's the end of my banker lap, my first banker lap that I finished. Second lap out. Shrine puts in a 16.1, which is an extremely decent time here. In my opinion, when I mean extremely decent, I can get a 14, right? But the 16 is also good for bankers. That's what he put in there, was the banker. So the 16.1 wasn't bad, since track wasn't set up 100% to what we needed, and a huge moment of oversteer here. Not ideal. Going to my next lap here, I'm pushing quite hard, 2/10 up. Purple middle sector, we're currently P3 with the banker reset. Purple first. 4 minutes left in the session. Going up to this next section here, we gain half a tenth and we spin into the wall, ending our lap, and that is very unfortunate for us, since I'm pretty sure we will not get another attempt, as we do get another attempt, as you can see here, and we ruin it. We spin in the same spot, same fashion as before. Almost end up in the wall this time, even closer, as Shrine sets fastest, 15.9. And here is the end of one of my laps that I invalidated at the beginning of. And yeah, I mean, that's qualifying. But I thought I would have time for another lap, but I just missed it by I'd probably say under a second, 2/10. I missed it by. Very unfortunate there. And here's the end of Jay's lap, final lap here in qualifying in the Alfa Romeo. Looking really good out there on track, on pace. See what he can do during the weekend as he sets another pole. Well, he says pole, as he had pro pole before. He improved his time by quite a bit. I'm pretty sure 3/10 he improved by. Big improvements for Jay in qualifying. Let's see if he can carry this momentum during the race. All right, now we're on the grid for the race. Let's see how this goes. This is Towers Twitch, if y'all want to check that out live. Currently setting up my setup, get my fuelos on. This is for the sprint race, not the full Grand Prix just yet. Let's see what we can do during the sprint. Hopefully we can get a good position, not have too many mistakes, and improve just enough to make it easier on ourselves on the start, because we don't want to be pressured too much. We want to be starting P2 here, because it's ideal in my opinion. Going into turn 1, you don't want to be first, because you're going to get someone either going down to the inside or on the outside. P2, you get to choose what you're doing, really. If you're going to stay behind P1 or if you're going to make a move. P3 kind of just has a disadvantage, but we have P3 since qualifying's been bad. Hopefully we can get a P2 finish at the lowest. Let's see what happens. And this is lap 1, the beginning of lap 1 here. Right behind Trine and Jay. Footage glitching out a bit, but it's alright. Still see what's going on. And I was looking for a move, obviously did not stick or even happen. He moved over and covered it off. Safety car is out. It's at VSC or full. It Luxo's out, and it is full safety car deployed. And that is pretty unfortunate as I get close to Jay here, or not Jay, Shrine here in the McLaren. And now we have to wait a couple more laps in the sprint. Not ideal. That was basically the race I DNF'd. Actually, no, I didn't. I got P4, my bad. I'm tripping. P4. And here we go from the sprint to the main race. P4, not ideal, but all the carnage happened in front of me. It's like everything happened behind me, and I still made a move under safety car. The game allowed it. So it worked. I got P3. Now we're under safety car again. Lap 1 of the 32 of the main race. Now we're on lap 3. Safety car is over. I had fastest lap, and I got up to P2. 1 second to the man in front, and then just Shrine in the McLaren. I'm getting attacked by Jay behind, 1/10, side by side now. Going into turn 1. Let's see if I can make a move back. And no, he brakes a little bit later and is able to maintain that speed, but gets oversteered into me. I get front wing damage. He goes into the wall, gets front wing damage. I have to box. I lose an insane amount of time. And now I'm on a P5. I'd also like to address at this point that it started to rain, and that switched up the race quite a bit. Made it a lot difficult to make all the time back that I lost earlier. I think that was... And also for more clarification, I'm talking about the incident earlier with Jay, not the one that just happened, as the guy just hit the brakes. I have no clue what I'm talking about. And bottomed out after he got up on it, and then spun into me. That's what it looked like, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was my fault, I'm not sure. Lap 11 of the 11, P5, not ideal. We are within 3 seconds of the guy in front. He has a 3-second time penalty. We will be finishing P4 provisionally currently. You'll see what's happening as Tillman is in P3, and we have Ragnar, the new driver, with a 3-second time penalty, 9 seconds behind us, and then Cappy in P7. That's the checkered flag, as Shrine gets P2 with a 3-second time penalty as well. And here's the podium for that Grand Prix. And I'm happy to say that was a pretty good race. But half the race was canceled. Pretty late in the race it was canceled. And well, this is 2 weeks in advance. Let's just say nothing went to plan. I missed the next race. My bad.